Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I will be talking about my old New Year's resolutions and telling you guys whether I reached them or achieved them. And I'll also be telling you my goals and my resolutions for 2018. I have already filmed this video once, but when I went to go edit it, I just hated the footage so much. But because I am filming it the second time, it means that I cannot genuinely react to my last year's resolutions like I did in my 2017 video. I will link all my other resolution videos down below from previous years. I think this is the third year I'm doing it. But I'll still tell you guys whether I think that I reached my 2017 goals, so let's get into those. Last year I only had 5, and the reason why I had 5 was so that I could try and focus on them more and not forget about any of them, but I still did forget about some of them. The first one was kind of weird, and I feel like a lot of people won't understand it, and I feel like I don't really explain it in the way that I think about it in my head, because a lot of people seem to think it's really stupid, but it was to talk less. As I mentioned in my last year's video when I was explaining this, I don't mean in one-on-one conversations where it's just you and another person having a conversation. I don't mean on my YouTube channel where it's just me talking, but I do mean in like a group situation or in a class situation or just any situation where there's a group of people, a gathering of people. And the reason why I wanted to do this was because I feel like it's a lot more beneficial to listen to other people rather than put my input in. I think that I can be quite a bit of a chatterbox, and I would rather not be. I think you can learn so much from listening to other people, and I wanted to do that. So whether I did that or not, I don't really know. I feel like it's a very hard thing to kind of measure. I definitely think I was way more conscious of how much I was inputting into a conversation and how much I was talking and rambling and things like that, and I tried to do that a lot less. So even the fact that I was aware of how much I was talking and things like that makes me kind of happy and makes me feel like I did achieve that goal. I feel like it's very hard to know whether you achieved it or not because it's not a clear-cut line, but I do want to continue to focus on it because I don't think I've reached the level that I want to reach, if that makes any sense. I do think I can talk a lot less. So there's that one. The second goal that I had was to stop gossiping. I don't think I am a horrible gossiper. I don't think I spend my whole life talking about other people because I just don't care. But I do think that gossip, especially for teenage girls, is something that consumes all of us, and we kind of get obsessed with comparing ourselves to other people and looking at other people's lives, and therefore we talk about other people, and it's not always in the best possible way. So I do think I was better at not gossiping in 2017, but I'm still, like my last goal, not at the point that I want to be at. I would really just like to cut it out completely, but right now I know that I still have a lot of work to do. I just want to be honest with you guys. If I haven't reached that goal 100%, then I haven't reached that goal 100%. So it's going to be something that I continue to work on in 2018 as well. My third one was to move out, and I did do this in March of 2017. I moved out. I lived out of home for 6 months, and I loved living alone. There were definitely some struggles that went into it, mostly regarding people I was living with and landlord situations, and also location. It was just very, very far from everything that I do, like my work and my family and my friends. So after 6 months, after my lease ran out, I decided to move home. The main reason was really location. I wasn't too stressed about money. I dealt with money quite well, and I'm very proud of myself for that. And after the first little bit, I didn't feel very homesick or anything like that. So I've explained this a billion times, so I don't want to go into it. I hate saying this, but I think I did a good job. I am proud of myself for that. So yeah, I did it. The fourth one was to grow my channel. And if you watched my last year's video, you know that I wasn't talking about numbers of subscribers or views or anything like that. I was just talking about the quality of my content and the content itself, whether it was positive and beneficial and helpful to people. And I honestly think that in 2018, I produced the best quality content that I have so far in regards to camera quality and lighting and editing and things like that. But I also think that the actual content of what I was saying was a lot more valuable and beneficial than anything I've ever done. But I just feel like I focused a lot more on trying to get good content for you guys, and not in a fake way, but just as in actually vlogging things that I'm doing, rather than just being like, I did this, I'm gonna do this, now I've done that. And my last resolution was to put God first. I am actually dumbfounded by the growth of my faith this year. I feel like at the start of this year, I was like, I believe this and this is great and it's cool. And I feel like at the end of this year, I was like, I believe this and I live it out. And I feel like sitting here today, I am so comfortable and so confident in my faith. But I know that becoming a Christian was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Like, no doubt about it. There are many things that happened this year, and there's no explanation for why they happened except for the fact that God was there for me and he was right beside me. And a lot of things things shouldn't have happened, but they did because he created a way for that. And that's what I believe, and that's totally fine if you don't believe that, but it's what I believe. And I'm just so grateful that I can sit and talk about my faith without feeling worried that I'm going to offend someone, or worried that I'm going to say something wrong or anything like that, because that was what I was most worried about at the beginning of this year when I was too scared to talk about it. I was just really worried of offending someone or getting hate about it. And honestly, you guys have supported me so much with sharing my faith. So back to my actual resolution, it was to put God first. And I definitely think there were parts of this year where I was completely on fire for God, and he was number one in my life, in every aspect of my life. And there were other parts of this year where he was like unintentionally not number one. And those are probably the times where I struggled the most. As humans, we make mistakes, we can't be perfect, and it's hard to keep even anything as number one priority of our life all the time. So I'm not mad at myself for stuffing up every now and then, and I think it's something that I'll get better at over time, but another thing that I want to continue striving for in 2018. So those were my 2017 goals and resolutions, and now we're going to move on to my 2018 goals and resolutions. I actually have 10, which is double the amount that I had last year, so let's hope that I can remember them. Some of them are quite small and not really crazy or hard or anything like that, so let's hope that I can do these. They're also quite random and not in any particular order, so just bear with me on these ones. But my first resolution is to read 5 books at least. I used to read so much, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But just in the last 2 years, I'd say, my life has just become so crazy and busy, and I just kind of shoved reading aside and books aside because they didn't seem like an important thing. But I think by reading you can just learn so much, and it's a way to really relax and de-stress. So I want to get back into it, and I want to read at least 5 books. Hopefully I can read more, but I just want to start small in case I can't do it. So let's see what happens. Number 2 is to read 10 books of the Bible. If you didn't know, the Bible is broken up, I guess, into, I think it's 66, but I could be wrong, books of the Bible, and all of them are different stories about different people written by different authors, and it's just incredible. So I've already read quite a few of them. Some of them are really short, some of them are really long. So in 2018, I want to read 10 books that I haven't read before. Number 3, I feel like it sounds so stupid to say out loud, but it is to get a high distinction. 2017 was my first year of university, but basically in 2017, I feel like I was kind of finding my feet, trying to learn how assignments work, how exams worked, how to study, things like that. So I'm hoping that I've kind of settled in now and found my feet and kind of figured out how everything works, and hopefully that means that I'll be able to do better with my marks. I didn't do badly in 2017. I still achieved like good marks, but I didn't get a high distinction. I got many distinctions, but not one high distinction. And I missed out on many high distinctions by like 2 or 3%, which is so frustrating. So this year I just want to get 1 high distinction, just 1. I'm really scared of saying this because I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Number 4 is to take more Polaroids. I love photos. I love them so much, and I especially love Polaroids. In 2016, when I was in year 12, I took so many Polaroids. I just took so many, and this year I probably took like 10 the whole year. It's a problem. So I want to take more in 2018 because I feel like they're just handheld memories, and I feel like that's a very incredible thing to have, and I will keep them forever, and I just want more of them. The 5th one I'm also really scared about because I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Actually, I know I'll be able to do it, but it's whether I actually put the effort into doing it. That's the problem. But I want to run 10 kilometers without stopping. In 2016, I was quite fit, probably the most fit I've ever been in my life. I did a lot of running, and I was in a bunch of different sports teams, and those really contributed to my fitness as well. But one of the things that I did in 2016 was run 10 kilometers for the first time. I did quite a bit of training to lead up to it, but by the time that I could run 10 kilometers, I ran it in under an hour, but I could also run like 8 kilometers, 7 kilometers, like easily. So I want to push myself again this year because I know that my body can do it, and I feel like it's just important to have at least one fitness goal. And I feel like in 2017 I just really didn't focus on my fitness at all, and that is not good. And I want to live a long and healthy life, so I want to get fit again. So we'll see how this one goes. I hope that I did it, but I'm kind of scared that I won't. Number 6 is to move out again. Obviously it was one of my last year's New Year's resolutions. That sounds so weird to say, but anyway, I want to do it again this year. I have plans. I've had plans for months now that you guys don't know about. I kind of know where I want to be going, when I want to be moving out, things like that, but I don't want to give you guys all the information because it might not happen according to my plan, and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So that'll be exciting, but we'll see what happens, see what God has planned for me, but I'm hoping that I can move out again this year. Number 7 is to improve my content and and grow my channel. I feel like every YouTuber has this goal or resolution every new year, and obviously it was a resolution for me last year as well, but I don't think you can ever stop improving or growing. And again, I don't really care about numbers, but I guess numbers are a way that you can see your growth, which is helpful. But I just want to improve the quality of my content. I hope that I always want to improve the quality of my content, but obviously it's a New Year's resolution. I want to do it. I want to achieve it. Let's see if I can do it. Number 8 is to serve more within my church. All of year 11, all of year 12, and half of this year, I served in various teams in my church, just like volunteering and doing things like that. And I really loved it, but for the last semester of 2017, I get confused with the years, oh my goodness. So basically just like the last 6 months, I stepped down from my roles because they clashed with my uni timetable, and it just wasn't physically possible for me to be in both places at once. And it was honestly really nice to have a break, because I haven't had a break in 2.5 years, but at the same time, I really miss it. So I'm hoping that this year I'll be able to get back into serving. I'm not sure exactly where yet, but I don't think it'll be in the same kind of thing that I was doing, just because I think it's time to move on from that, which actually kind of breaks my heart saying that out loud because I love my grade 1s to 3s. But yeah, I think it's time to move on, and so we're gonna see what 2018 brings, and hopefully I will have done some more volunteering and serving in my church, because I feel like I have been blessed with an absolutely incredible life, and if I can give back in any way, I think that's really important. Number 9 is to feel proud of myself without recognition. I feel like our society is very obsessed with doing things for the sake of getting an award, getting a reward, getting recognition, someone saying thank you, that kind of thing. And I feel like it's very important to be satisfied with your own achievements without relying on other people's recognition. I feel like everyone gets caught up in it, but I feel like if you're basing your achievements on the recognition that other people give you, or the reward you get, or the award you get from doing certain things, I feel like that's kind of a risky and dangerous way to live. I think you just need to be satisfied with your own achievements within yourself, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna try and focus more on that this year. And the last one that I have, I'm also very scared about, because I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but it is to make one new friend. During 2017, I really realized how bad I am at making friends. And a lot of people are like, Rachel, you're not bad at making friends. I am. I really am. I was at the same school for 8 years, I think, and I've been at the same church for about 6 years. I've been at the same job for 5 years, and I honestly think that has been very detrimental to my friend making abilities. I've had the same friends for a lot of years, and being thrown into a new situation like university really showed me that I am terrible at making friends. But I think it's very important to always make new friends, because there are such incredible people out there, and if you're not making new friends, you're really missing out. I made some incredible friends this year. I love all the friends that I made this year. I love all of them. But the thing was, none of them were made by me reaching out. All of the friends that I made this year were people reaching out to me, and that sounds so like so vain, like, oh, everyone reached out to me. I remember at the start of this year, I was like, I don't want to make new friends because I already have enough friends, and I do have enough friends. I love my friends, but I think that being able to make friends is very important, especially when I'm at university surrounded by hundreds of people that I don't know, and I don't have any friends in any of my classes or anything like that. Let me just tell you that having friends at university makes your university experience so much easier. Being able to collaborate with people on ideas and assignment work, and just being able to talk to people about the things you're doing, so much easier than doing it by yourself. And trust me, your marks will be so much better if you have friends who are motivated and doing the same thing as you. But I'm going to stop talking about that because I could talk about that for hours, but we're going to move on. But those were the resolutions that I have for 2018. I am genuinely scared and worried whether I can fulfill them, but at the same time, I feel like you have to set goals for yourself that push you out of your comfort zone and that do scare you, because if you're always doing things that you're comfortable with, there's really no point in setting those goals. But I think that's everything I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed another one of these videos. I think it is my 3rd one, so that's exciting. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already to join our little online family. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to spend 2018 with you guys. But other than that, I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.